And let's start over again.
Start over again.
Hey everybody, what's up? Slightly off topic crew here with the Wednesday's Night's Watch. I am your host, the real Ant-Man. Tonight joined by
Rhino. E-Tap.
King Black Cherry, what's up?
So, today we're going to start off going over a little bit of the breaking news. Anything crazy happened to you fellas this week?
Wild and crazy?
I heard there was a slithery little fellow in Pete's
Yeah, okay,
house.
so get this shit, alright? So I was talking to these guys yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And in the middle of our conversation, I see a freaking snake in my house. It's a small snake, but a freaking snake got into my house.
Was it a 24-inch python?
No, it was not. It was like a little freaking, like, what, a corn snake? Yeah, probably a corn snake came in my house. And I'm like, what the hell is this shit? It's not like I live
You got corn in your house?
I do not have corn in my house.
Are
But I'm
you
like, kind of saying to myself, okay, I don't live in a dump. I mean, my house is decent. You've seen my house before, right? It's a nice house.
Nice house.
Okay, it's a clean house.
Snakes.
What the hell does a snake got in my house?
Maybe your dog brought it in.
No, my dog did not brought it because he would have ate it.
You are angry about this.
I'm very angry.
Okay.
So anyway, I took care of it.
You know we live in the woods, right?
Yeah.
So
I
there
don't-
are no snakes and like roaches
What?
and stuff.
I don't
get in your
care,
house,
man. I
into
did
your
not
house.
like that. So I swept it. I, make sure he left safely out of my house. But
You
still, I'm like, how the hell did a snake get in my house?
You didn't
It
do
crawled
a
in.
crocodile concert with it? You're like,
slithered.
oh, let me go catch
No,
it.
I did
Oh,
not
it's
catch
gonna
it.
hack
No,
me
no,
up.
no, no.
Cranky,
I don't care
it's angry.
I don't care how small that is. I'm not afraid of. I don't
Did
care.
you milk it?
I did not milk it. I did not milk it. But I'm just saying though. I was gonna touch it because it could have bit me or whatever. I don't know if it's poison or not. But still, what the hell did a snake get in my house? I was just a little. Don't get me wrong. I was a little angry about that.
Why are you so angry, bro?
Because I don't like snakes in my
I'm
house.
still angry about it.
I'm very angry about it. But it's still a snake.
Maybe it was looking for a puddle.
Maybe it
Oh,
was.
God.
Maybe it was looking for a puddle.
Maybe it was looking for a puddle. You never know.
So, the big thing around the internet this week.
Oh, Jesus.
Puddlegate?
Hey guys, looking for a puddle?
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
I love puddles.
Yeah, puddles are nice.
Yeah.
Does anybody else like puddles?
I know Rhino loves puddles.
It seems like the internet must love puddles because the big hoopla was that the E3 footage of the Spider-Man game had this humongous puddle.
That was shown fucking last year.
Whoa! And yeah, so anyways, it had this
Some people are still angry.
puddle in there.
Yeah, a little angry there.
I mean, okay. I'll break this down for you. Okay. E3 coverage, Spider-Man trailer, whatever, that had like the helicopter and then the crane falling down, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Before Spider-Man started fighting bad guys, there was a part where he was just sitting on top of a wall, sitting on, like, against the wall, whatever, and then, like, you see, like, guys out there, and then you see this big puddle around. Like, okay, cool. No one thought of anything of it. It's like, whatever. Next thing you know, now up until release, you see the same scene. Puddle's barely there.
Yeah, it shrunk.
Yeah, it's just like it's gotten smaller.
Well, it dried up over time.
It dried up over time.
Yeah, that's what people need to realize.
The
From the
sun
time they
moved.
showed the E3 showing till now, it dried up.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Come on.
The sun moved and all that bullshit. Anyway, people are getting all up in arms, have the pennies in the bunch, all of that bullshit because of the fact that there's no more puddles.
Look, it's not people. Let's call it what it is. It's Xbox and Nintendo fanboys
This is
that are
definitely
super
true.
jealous that they're not getting Spider-Man, and they're going to do whatever they can to knock on it because they're not going to have that game.
This
Can
is true.
I smell conspiracy?
No, not conspiracy. It happens with every game. It doesn't matter if whatever exclusive comes out. Like there'll be people that knock
How
on
about
Smash
Watch
Brothers.
Dogs?
There'll be people that knock on Smash Brothers.
How about Watch Dogs?
No,
How about
Watch Dogs was bullshit. Because they showed us something that was bullshit. That is completely different.
Look, a lot of games get downgraded. It just happens. It does. It happens
But
in the
it
industry
wasn't
all the
really
time.
downgraded,
No,
though.
it isn't down, but it was a little bit. It has been, even if you look at the character models, it has been downgraded slightly. But who cares? If you're that big of a graphics whore that you're not going to buy Spider-Man because it got downgraded a little bit, then you didn't want the game to begin with.
You shouldn't be playing on home consoles to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
You should be playing on PC.
PC only. If
Yeah.
you're that big of a graphics
This
whore.
is PlayStation fanboys venting, guys. If you haven't heard it before, this is
I'm
hold
not
on.
a
He is
PlayStation
not.
fanboy. I like everything.
Oh,
I will take
I
the crown and
prefer-
saying the fact I am a PlayStation fanboy
I
with
do-
no doubt exception of mine. But I have owned an Xbox and I own a Switch now, so I'm not fully a Sony fanboy.
So before we move on to anything else, Shauna said that you should have called her. She's a master snake wrangler, and she would have got it out of the house.
You know
for
what, Sean? Thank you for the offer, but I got it handled. Okay, thanks for the offer, though. I appreciate it.
So, was that a kamikaze mission to get that snake out of there?
Oh gosh.
God.
What's wrong, Rhino?
So many puns.
Oh man, I am just on fire.
Dude, you're the king of puns.
That's true.
You're
That is true. So,
seriously.
what happened with kamikaze, Rhino?
So Eminem this week released a surprise album called Kamikaze, with the cover,
Beastie Boys?
homage to the Beastie Boys license.
Oh,
to
you mean
Ill.
a complete ripoff? But yeah, that's fine.
No, it's not a complete ripoff, but it is an homage to. Hey, the plane says "F-U-2." That's the Beastie Boys didn't say that. Anyway, besides the point, with him dropping that
Literally
album,
the same cover with "FU2" on it.
with him dropping that album, he made a lot of diss to a lot of new
So
age
what does
rappers.
he have against Bono?
What?
Why
Bono?
is he fucking U2? What does he got against Bono?
Oh gosh.
Anyway. So he did dissing on a lot of new age rappers. Now, some rappers actually loved it. I think it was Canasta. They showed a video of his reaction.
What's a canasta?
That's a new rapper. He was loving it.
Takashi?
No, not Takashi. Not Takashi.
What's
It was
a Takashi?
Canasta. I don't know.
I don't
He-
know this
he
Takashi
named-
rapper,
6'9", who looks like freaking Skittles
Yeah.
on his face.
It's what happens when you well.
Okay, whatever, dude. I'm a fan of like Sushiasha.
So anyway,
Yeah, you don't even know who that is, do you?
Anyway, he makes fun of these rappers, and some of them love it, except for Machine Gun Kelly. He didn't take it so lightly. So he came back with this other rap called Rap Devil, basically dissing Eminem left and right. And it's actually a pretty good song. I don't know if you guys have heard it yet or not.
I watched the video that you sent me.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good song. Now we're all waiting on the Eminem rebuttal to him.
You know what, though? I'm kind of glad they're bringing back these rap battles.
Yes, this is the best thing to happen to rap in like years. Because rap has sucked lately. I'm sorry. Mumble rappers and all this other garbage they've come out with has been terrible. There's no good lyricists.
I mean, I just love like diss songs, like rap disses. Like, for instance, back in the day when Ice Cube left NWA, he did No Vaseline.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
man, and he tore NWA. Also, you have
the Tupac Biggie feud was huge.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that's
what was
huge,
it?
you know.
Tupac with what is it? What was Tupac's diss on Biggie?
Dude, they did songs back and forth. I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
there's
but
just
he had a couple. I forgot the song what it was, but no, back in the day it was just pretty much back and forth with all these rappers going and dissing each other and all that, which I miss actually because I'll be honest. I mean, as long as they don't go too far.
Yeah, as long as you don't kill each other, everything's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
But is it though? Is it cool though?
Oh, it's cool for the fans. I mean, it may not be cool for them, but it's great entertainment for the fans.
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember like when a couple years ago, actually, when the Meek Mill and Drake was beefing, and like Meek Mill would drop a track, and then literally probably like maybe a day later, Drake would drop a track, and like,
What's a Meek Mill?
He's a Philly fan.
Well, that tells you who won that battle.
Well, who doesn't know Drake though? He sits on the court side of the Toronto Raptor games talking trash to LeBron. How do I not know who the guy is?
That's true.
That's true, but like it was interesting to see because the fact that because Meek got with Nicki Minaj then and all that kind of drama was happening, but then she hooked up with Drake and also at the same time. I don't know. Either way, when it came down to it, Drake won that battle.
Yeah. Pretty handily.
Yeah.
Oh,
So what's better Canadian export? Drake, Justin Bieber, or maple syrup?
Or Ryan Reynolds.
Or Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
I like maple syrup.
But you know what?
How about maple syrup on top of Ryan Reynolds?
Okay.
It's okay, Ryan. It's okay.
I'm game. How you doing, Rhino?
Anyway, this whole rap battle could be just made up in it too. You know what I mean? It could
Yeah.
just be fake beef just to cause a stir in the industry.
Oh, absolutely.
But who would it like benefit more? Just us?
Would it benefit more? It benefits Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly.
Okay,
it
really?
benefits them both.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think it does.
I think
No,
so.
because if you listen to that Machine Gun Kelly song, that's probably the best song I've heard from Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, and that's probably going to be the only best song you ever hear
Does
from
he
him.
sing that Fire Away song?
I don't know.
The Fire Away.
I don't know any
Fire
songs by
Away,
him.
That one?
Yeah, I don't really know many songs by him either. I've listened to a few of them, but this song was really good, man. I mean, it puts Eminem, like, talking about the last time you seen 8 Mile was on a treadmill. I mean, just like, you know what I mean? Like, he goes off on
good,
it.
actually.
Oh, dude, it's
See?
funny.
Melissa thinks the Ryan Reynolds with syrup's a good idea.
Oh, that's
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
You think it's a good idea? You think it's a good idea?
And you're between us.
Oh, jeez.
You feel comfortable there, Rhino?
It's okay, man. Dude, this like back to this chair is like completely throwing me off. So I'm not used to having a back on my chair, and it's like I feel like someone keeps touching me.
Hey, you know what? Melissa Appice can thank me for that idea.
Wow.
That's not her last name though.
Casper, sorry. You can thank me for that idea, okay? You're welcome.
What can I say?
But you're welcome.
Any more breaking news this week?
Well, hey, by the way, before you go, it's Hit 'Em Up from Tupac.
Hit 'em up, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the name of the song. Hit 'em up.
Yeah, badass song.
I know.
I love that. Anyway,
song.
go ahead.
No, I was saying, gaming this week, Spider-Man comes out. We already talked about it, but
Yeah.
it does launch. It launches. Technically, if you have it reserved at GameStop, you can buy it tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
So I'm taking it you guys will be out of here if you can get it today. By the time this is over.
If you can get today, that'd be awesome.
Today, I'll be done.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later. Peace
So,
out.
so let me ask you something, Chris.
What's up?
How fast will you beat that game?
Oh, that.
He'll beat it. I guarantee you by the next time we're live next Wednesday, he'll have beaten it twice.
I agree.
I'll be. Yeah, probably.
Totally agree.
Probably.
I put money on the over on that. Actually.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
It's 20 hours. It's 20 hours of gameplay straight. That's
Is
without
it?
side missions.
So
Hold up.
okay,
Outside
I
missions.
beat
I beat Uncharted 3 one night,
I know.
and that's 10 hours.
That's crazy.
One sitting.
Question though. Question.
That's crazy.
Doesn't Iron Fist come out this week?
Yes, it does.
Friday.
So you're gonna have time to watch that
Watch it
and
while
play?
he's
No.
playing
Of course.
Spider-Man.
Nope.
Just background noise.
No, because I got to play 2K and I got to play Spider-Man. Spider-Man's gonna be first. I'm gonna beat Spider-Man because I gotta get ready for DLC coming out next month.
It's okay, man. We'll watch Iron Fist
Any
and spoil for you. No,
predictions for tomorrow's Nintendo Direct?
just kidding. Ooh,
Smash.
Smash.
I think there will be
Online.
at least one new character.
I predict two.
That's all they're going to show is a new character.
Two.
Maybe two. I say one.
I say one.
I say
Okay,
one.
and you know what I think it's gonna be? I think it might be Banjo-Kazooie.
Nope.
Banjo.
Nope.
That would be my pick, but that's not going to be Banjo-Kazooie.
No, well, they're definitely gonna have release that character. I think that character is gonna be in the next Smash Brothers.
Nope.
I would like it, but
I guarantee you.
I'd rather see Steve from Minecraft.
Not happening.
More important to the game industry than Banjo-Kazooie.
Dude, Minecraft's dead, bro. Minecraft's dead.
Says.
Minecraft's dead, bro. Microsoft paid all that money, and Minecraft's dead.
Have you-
Kids don't even play
Have you
Minecraft
met?
anymore.
His kid plays Minecraft.
Exactly.
This kid is 5 years old. Okay, most kids do not play Minecraft anymore. It's done.
There's a lot of kids that play Minecraft.
What, in that age bracket?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, dude. They're not buying stuff though. Kids like my kid is 12. He won't touch Minecraft anymore. He's in Fortnite now.
But he's
Fortnite is
12.
the
It's
next
a
Minecraft.
difference.
That's a big time, like from 5 to 12.
I know, but I'm just saying. I mean, I guess I don't know how that game remains popular still because of that age bracket.
Because it's really the only game of its kind. There's not really another game that does that, where you can completely build in the
There's
world.
Dragon Quest Builders. There's
Can you play that online?
No, you just can't play online.
Yeah.
Okay, so you play online.
And you could have like a realm that actually is up all the time, so that way people can play it online.
I
Pretty
guess.
much then it's
I
like
guess.
Ark at that point, because then you can do the same thing in Ark.
Yeah, Ark's similar, but I've heard there's a lot of issues with Ark. Like, you could literally have like your area, and you can be building it up and stuff, and you can it's all PvP, so people can just come in and wipe you completely out, and then you're done.
Well, there is a PvE, but the bad thing about that is the fact that, like, you'll see the fact of a random dinosaur just walking by can wreck all your shit.
Yep, completely destroyed. Boom, done.
Whoa, what game?
Ark.
It
It's
is.
so they can do that. in
Pete's like,
Minecraft,
oh,
too.
what game is this?
They can do that.
I shit you not. This is the most time-consuming bullshit game I've ever fucking played in my life. I kid you fucking not. You can tame dinosaurs. I kid you not. It takes you maybe 2 to 3 hours to tame one fucking dinosaur. And that'd be a T-Rex. And you'd be like, you have to keep feeding
It's like
it
Monster Hunter.
prime meat.
What? Dude, it's kind of believable. I'm sorry, man. Dinosaurs are really hard to tame. Just saying, though.
Ask
Have you ever
Chris
met a
Pratt.
dinosaur? Exactly. It took a whole his whole lifetime.
I know, but he tamed Blue.
He did tame Blue.
Which is out on digital, by the way.
Shameless plug.
Which,
Boom, I love it.
which I'll say pass. I'll pass on that movie.
I've never seen it.
If you have a big
That's
screen
part
TV and a surround sound, rent it.
Give it a good rent.
I'll give you my Voodoo password.
I'll get it on Black Friday. That's where I buy all my movies.
I'll get you my Voodoo password.
There you go.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I purchased for
Just
cheap.
watch it like that and tell me what you think. Personally,
Any other news this week, gentlemen? Oh wait, we didn't finish our predictions. So, since 3DS was mentioned, they're obviously going to show off the 3DS games that we already know about. I think there'll be one surprise 3DS game in time for the holiday. Whether it's something that interacts with the Switch Pokemon game, maybe it's a Pokemon Bank thing. I don't know. There will be one surprise 3DS announcement.
Time to kill it off.
I agree.
That's the announcement.
Should have already been killed off, and Luigi's Mansion should have been on the damn Switch.
Yeah.
That's what should have been happening.
Agreed.
I think that online will be mentioned.
Oh, they got to. If they don't mention anything about the online in this direct,
They will.
then
I think they definitely will mention.
I think we will see the new Super Mario Brothers Wii U.
You know, I heard rumor is they're actually doing a compilation of new Super Mario Brothers, all 4 of them in one package.
You're missing one.
No, new Super Mario Brothers for the DS.
Oh, I'm putting Luigi U with it.
Oh no,
in my mind.
No,
Yeah. Okay, so the Wii
version.
version, Wii U version, and the 2 3DS versions.
Well, 3DS and DS.
Yes.
So that's a rumor.
And that's going to be for the Switch?
Yeah, for the Switch.
Yeah, dude, I'll buy that.
I'll
day
be all
one.
over that. Yeah,
day one I'll buy that.
100% if they do.
You know what's funny is Super Mario Brothers Wii U, new Super Mario Brothers Wii U launched with the system. Might be one of the most underrated 2D Mario games.
It really is, because it was fantastic.
It was fantastic. Unfortunately, that's not what people were looking for at that time, and it didn't do the Wii U any favors.
No.
But if that game would have came out in the midst of like a Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, where you had these amazing Nintendo games coming out, and then they launched that thing, oh man, that thing would have sold
Gangbusters.
so much.
Can't think of any game that did the Wii U justice, like favors. Honestly, I mean they're
Mario
like
Kart
great
8.
games. Yeah, Mario, but then the
Mario Kart
Switch
8 was
version,
great.
but the Switch version is so much better.
I mean, technically, Breath of the Wild was built on the Wii U as well.
Technically, yeah.
Technically.
The Mario Maker's amazing.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that Switch to come for that version.
What was,
Yeah.
Wasn't Lego
Donkey
City
Kong.
Undercover?
That's a great game.
Which one?
Lego
they-
City.
Yeah.
Undercover.
But
They made it for Switch again.
Yeah.
There was a ton of great games. Unfortunately, Wii U was a prototype of the Switch. Switch is how the Wii U should have been in the first place. Don't know if technology was there. I think it was. It probably would have been a little bit more expensive, though, at the time.
Right.
So, I'm happy with the Switch right now, though, and
Yeah.
I'm not really going to be complaining.
Yeah.
You guys ready to go into the slightly off top 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
do
go. Ba-ba-da! So, what happened to my football picks? They're just gone.
I just left.
Yeah, they're just gone. Anyways, we'll get back to that later. So we are going to go over the new fall TV shows, and
If you can do it.
yep, I will be able to do it. And we are going to start with Jack Ryan. So,
Ryan.
Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about Jack Ryan?
All right, Jack Ryan. It's going to be 10 episodes. I think it's 8 episodes on Amazon Prime. That's available actually right now. It got released last Friday. I've watched 3 episodes so far. This is
The story of a girl.
story of a girl.
Named Jack Ryan.
Whenever anybody says that, man, I'm sorry. I got to go with it.
No,
Good
but
song.
But it's pretty much about Jack Ryan being an analyst. He doesn't really do field work for the CIA, FBI. I forgot what.
He's an analyst. FBI analyst.
FBI analyst, and pretty much he doesn't go in the field and whatnot. He just pretty much behind the computer, behind the scenes, the fact of how what's going to be the next terrorist move and stuff like that. Trying to figure out who the next terrorist is and whatnot. Then he figured something out, and then they're exploring who it is and whatnot, and then things happen and blah 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 and so forth. I'm not going to spoil anything.
When does this take place? Because I know that is this Sum of All Fears Jack Ryan? Is this Patriot Games Jack
They're
Ryan?
all the same Jack Ryan.
I know they're all the same Jack
This-
Ryan, but when does this take place?
It feels like it's Some of Our Fears Jack Ryan. It feels like that. The show is, if I had to do pretty much a brief review on the show, I'd say it's the most boring parts of 24.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That doesn't really. So it's not that good.
I'm sure you've seen the Harrison Ford Jack
Yes,
Ryan.
I've seen all of them.
Okay, where does he rank as Jack Ryan? Because, dude, honestly, I see scenes and they're look like they're action scenes, and I just look at him and I just can't buy him as an action star. His face looks too funny.
Yeah, he looks like he'd be a comedian or something.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's hilarious.
Well, he is from The Office.
The
but
first
still.
scene you actually see him fighting in, and it's supposed it was like a kind of surprise fight kind of thing, and all they're doing is just pretty much just tussling around, and then of course he gets the upper hand, in some kind of way, but like it was like, okay, this is not like you're not
I
taking.
thought Jack Ryan used to be a badass. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm
Not
just-
really.
maybe
He's
I'm
like
just
he's
not
close
remembering
quarters
right.
combat. He's trained in that sense,
Right.
Because you see that in the background that in fact he was enlisted in the army and whatnot, but an injury happened to him to where he has to be behind a desk. But like when you see him fight someone, you're like, okay, you're not really doing anything moves wise, like close quarter combat wise. So there's really nothing new, and you're just pretty much tussling around with a guy, and you get cut, and one are like, oh, okay, you got cut, but you made the bad guy go away. All right, cool. But in the other scenes, there's like a scene where you had to chase someone, but then he lost the guy somehow, and it ended up being an explosion going on behind him, and he's like, oh my god. But I don't know. It just seems like a slow 24.
Slow 24.
The one thing I noticed when I watched the trailer is the production seems pretty high.
Yes.
For a TV show.
Yes.
Which I see. It looks like actually a movie.
Yes. Like I said, remember how 24 was back in the day when Fox was actually pushing it and whatnot?
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Okay.
But like, as far as like
not that much.
24 was awesome though.
Yeah, 24 was awesome.
24 was great.
But just imagine if Kiefer Sutherland wasn't as commanding the screen as Kiefer is.
Yeah, of course.
Because no offense to John Krasinski or anything, but like that, but he can't really capture the screen. He's no Kiefer. No.
Would I be talking like this if it wasn't important?
I'll be honest. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
I would say he's a better person. He's a better Jack Ryan than Ben Affleck was.
But that's Ben Affleck.
How about Chris Pine?
See, but Chris Pine actually did action scenes and whatnot, and he was actually bumbling around like whatnot, and I could actually believe that compared to.
You know what's funny? I completely forgot that Chris Pine was Jack Ryan, and I was watching the trailer for this, and I'm like, man, they really should have got Chris Pine to play Jack Ryan. And then, I seen a picture of him as Jack Ryan. I'm like, oh crap, he was Jack Ryan.
I'll be honest though, the best Jack Ryan was Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the best everything's Harrison Ford.
That is true.
Harrison Ford's amazing.
He is an amazing actor.
But I mean, if you really want to watch episode by episode, not really binge watch it, I'd say give it a look.
Is there anybody else in the show that's
not that I've noticed?
I know one of the cops from the Wire's in it.
Okay. I've never
I don't know the actor's name.
It's a great show though.
No, it's a great show, but I don't know the actor's name, but I know he's in it too. So that's about it though.
Yeah. Are all the episodes available day one?
Yes.
Nice.
Ooh, there we
go.
Yep.
Okay, you can binge watch.
So the second show we're talking about is The First on Hulu. So I don't know if it's the first show on Hulu to have all the episodes drop on day one, but it does. All 8 episodes will be available day one to watch, which is September 14th. This is the first time Sean Penn will be off of the silver screen and onto the boob tube.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. It's from the creator of House of Cards.
Nice.
Cool.
And it's about the first manned mission to Mars.
Okay.
And they're basically planning to go there. It looks like there's a lot of it looks like this is more of the build up to the mission this whole season. So while you're watching the trailer, it's a lot showing Sean Penn and his daughter interacting about him going to this mission. So you're kind of seeing more of the human element of, well, what would happen if you had a family and now you're going to Mars?
Yeah.
So it looks like it's more of like the human element of that. But I'm really hoping the second season they pick up and they're actually on Mars.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's like the movie First Man with Ryan Gosling. About like the
I don't
Neil
know what that
Armstrong.
is. They said it's very close to Interstellar, actually. That was basically how they described it.
From the trailer, because I remember watching the trailer, it seemed like it was like First Man, like was starring Ryan Gosling. It's a movie coming out in November. It's literally about the man on like Neil Armstrong landing on the moon, kind of thing. It sounds like because they're like, oh, let's how you are with your kids. Let's see how you are with your wife, and what complications are you? Do you plan to come back? And blah blah blah. That's what it seems like it is. But it seems like it's
so
just
he
going to
leaves
Mars.
his wife and kids to go to Mars.
I believe from the trailer, it looked like his wife had passed away.
Oh.
And he was just taking care of his daughter?
I think
So you would abandon your daughter to go to Mars? That's even worse. That's even worse.
Well, I mean, look at Interstellar.
Oh, what a
Matthew
jerk.
McConaughey decided, like, oh, let me go to...
I mean, we're talking about 50-year-old Sean Penn here.
But I think they're trying to almost say that they need to go to Mars because of salvation of the people.
Of the human race.
Of the human race.
So Interstellar mixed with
Because
First Man.
So nobody else would go to Mars?
Well, just saying, they're doing it for the
With
benefit.
a little hint of Lost in Space.
Yeah.
Probably, with the Netflix version of it. It looks good. It looks really good.
Yeah, the production looks amazing, actually.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I'm a really big fan of Sean Penn,
And,
so I'm really excited for it.
I love how when they say Sean Penn, 2-time Academy Award winner Sean Penn, which is okay. So he won for
Milk,
Mystic
maybe?
River?
Was that
Was
Mystic
it
River? And
He went for Milk.
he might have won for Milk. I'm not sure actually.
I don't know. I don't
Mystic River's amazing.
No, that's amazing.
If you haven't seen Mystic River, watch Mystic River. Amazing.
No,
movie.
but he's an amazing actor, and for him to be involved in this and a TV show, it shows a lot of promise.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
I heard that the one of the girl that's interviewing in the beginning, I don't know the actress's name, but she was on Designated Survivor.
Okay.
I heard she left the show to do this project because
Nice.
she wanted to work with Sean
Oh,
Penn.
yeah, because she got killed off. That's why.
Yep. And
Well,
so
at that point, what else are you doing?
Well, no, I think
So
that's
why
why,
not?
I think
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
why
they
they
killed
killed
her
her
off
off.
because she wanted to leave it to do this, and the fact that it's being done by the showrunners and the creator of House of Cards shows really good promise too, because that was a well received show and had Sean Penn's ex-wife on it.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's a little bit trivia there for you guys. So let's go ahead and move into the next one, The Purge.
The
Go ahead,
Purge.
Chris.
Oh, yeah. Yes, let's take a movie franchise and put it into a TV show. Let's see how well this is going to do. 10 episodes of The Purge.
I think
Really?
it could do well because it could play off of The Walking Dead, like the way The Walking Dead works.
Okay, so I'm not, just to point out, I saw one trailer, and it's showed not only because I think the showrunner was talking about it. It's not just showing the Purge, but it's showing like people. Because I think there's like some people they have, like some like different characters in the show.
Yes.
And it's depicting like past events, and then it all seems to come ahead in the Purge. Like people, like their relationships with certain people, and how once the Purge happens, their murderous actions.
So it's like The Lost Purge.
Well, it's kind of depicting how like certain people's like
How
their
they lost it.
yeah, they're just kind of like their interaction with certain people and how it's kind of deteriorating their relationship with certain people and how they decide to act when the Purge happens.
Well, let me tell you how the first episode went.
Oh, you already watched it for? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
First episode aired last night,
Yeah.
and it was mainly about what happens before the Purge.
Okay,
It took place an hour and 30 minutes before the Purge started.
okay.
And
Did it have the 24 clock? The bloop?
actually it did.
Yes! Yes!
That's pretty cool.
You know what?
That's pretty cool.
It needs to have that.
Absolutely.
Because you're doing 10 episodes of something that happens in a 12-hour period.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
absolutely.
I agree. I agree.
It did say like this amount of seconds or this amount of minutes before the Purge starts. You're like, oh, that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
So they went through different stories. When someone who's a businesswoman who's been working during a Purge night, who works in a high-rise office, whatever. Then you went to a couple who got dressed up to a meeting for an event to go to someone's house because they were celebrating the Purge and all the good the Purge does and all the other bullshit. And then you got a couple of the people who were like hunkering down and like getting ready for the Purge to defend themselves, defend the house, and all that kind of stuff. Coming from someone who's watched, I would say 3.5 of the Purge movies, because I walked out in the last one because it got just so stupid and ridiculous. I'm a fan of the franchise, except for the last one, except for the last movie.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how this is all going to play out. When it ended with the Purge starting, and then I already saw my first kill, which was the most. I don't want to say it's stupid. It was stupid of the person to do this. I'll just say it. Okay.
Spoiler.
Spoiler. Just saying this now.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. All right. So in one of the scenes, like what you can do is you can give yourself up to be killed in the Purge. What you do is like a guy.
Assisted suicide.
So it's pretty much a suicide at that point. So pretty much you go into this blue bus that they painted or whatever, and then they take you to this random field where people are out there with clown masks on and whatnot, just waiting for whoever the next person to come out the bus is, and they're going to kill that person. And it just happens by random and whatnot. And so when the person was picked to go outside, the person just walks outside, and then the people inside the bus were chanting some type of weird thing. It sounded like the thing from Purge 3 that they were chanting, kind of like their whole purge and purify bullshit that they were chanting. But
yeah, their own like slogan and stuff.
yeah, their own slogan. Yeah, like go into the invisibility light, go into the invisibility light, or some bull crap like that. Or being like going to heaven kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It was it was stupid how it ended, but I was like, okay, this is kind of things that happens in a Purge. Let's see what happens from here.
the good thing is that they got to the Purge in the first episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, like that's the only negative thing that I was seeing about the previous show we were talking about, the first, where it doesn't look like they even get to Mars before the end of the series.
No, I don't
because
think so
the trailer is like literally you don't see nothing on Mars. It's all them training and getting ready for the mission.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes for the Purge movies wise, and like for the show, they capture the tension that you feel because the fact that like these like anyone random person like if this was happening like today around random day like someone would leash out their anger and kill someone and it will be perfectly legal and it just builds that tension of the first episode and they do that for like the beginning of the movies excluding the first one because the first one took place only like in the house but between the second one all the way up to the last movie it just like builds up tension in the fact like okay we're gonna need to gear up we need to like prepare for this bullshit that's going to happen. I'm sorry, but the Purge is bullshit. But anyway, but I'll keep watching, of course, because it's the Purge, and I like horror stuff. So that's just me.
So before we get moving on to the next show of our top 6, we are talking about the top 6 new TV shows that are coming this fall. If you guys want to mention some of your own, we will talk about them on air right now. So go ahead and list your top 6 or any TV shows that you're looking forward to this fall that is new, not existing, returning shows. So we'll go on to the next one now, and that is the Mayans MC Club.
All right, so I saw this last night, and the Mayans is pretty much a spin-off of Sons of Anarchy, if you have watched that before. So pretty much it starts off with the Mayans, like... So the main character in the show, his name is Easy, and he's a prospect for the Mayans. And pretty much his brother is a member of the Mayans, so he kind of looks after his brother. So pretty much the first stuff it starts off them like they're kind of working with the cartel. So the Mayans.
This takes place in California, right?
Yeah, it takes place in California, but they work with the cartel, which they're Mexican and all that stuff. Some Mexican cartel. Anyway, they're kind of escorting a shipment of drugs or whatever across the border or something like that. But they get hijacked by some random gang or whatever, who have masks and all that. So pretty much they get hijacked and they steal their stuff. So the guys go to talk to the cartel guy, and they pretty much tell him, hey, you either find who did this or we're going to have to kill one of your members and all that. So pretty much that whole episode is about that. Finding out like who did this and trying to like pretty much take care of this problem or whatever that for the cartel. But Easy, like the main character, he's actually pretty good. It's not like the thing is what's good about this show. It's kind of different from Sons of Anarchy because in the Sons of Anarchy, when you first see Jax, he pretty much his father was like the main member of the Sam Crow. And he was
already kind of like the right hand man.
Yeah, he already kind of was the right hand man to Clay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he already had it. Like so, he's pretty much on the bottom of the totem pole. This guy Easy, So he's trying to get his way in there. And I'm not gonna say there's a couple good twists in the show. I'm not gonna give away because I want people to watch it. They're gonna be kind of surprised about it.
There are cameos.
There are cameos too. I'm not gonna say who started it. There's one cameo I want to say though. It's Marcus from the Mayans from like Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
He does appear in the show, which is cool.
Isn't he like the leader?
He kind of is a leader, yeah.
Okay, but he's not the leader of this section.
No, he's not. He's not the leader of this section.
Okay, very
it's
cool.
Like I think it's his. I want to say his cousin or something. Maybe I don't know if they had any relations, but it's.
So is this like South California? Because I know the other one was like a little bit more north.
Yes, like Southern California. Yes.
That makes sense though. That why you wouldn't see the other Sons of Anarchy over there. So yeah,
exactly. And
very cool.
Yeah, and of course, and that's why they're working with the cartel because of that. So So yeah, I'm not gonna say a couple other cameos. Small cameos, but it's pretty cool. But it definitely, like I said, I'm not gonna say the twist about it because it definitely shows like I'm not sure where they're gonna go with this, but it definitely shows promise where they're gonna go. Mm-hmm. So it's already a lot of shady stuff with this group, which is already
Oh, of course, dude. They're criminals. You're gonna see like criminals activity.
But honestly, if you like Sons of Anarchy, you'll definitely love this show because it has the same kind of action scenes. I mean, there was a shootout at one point, a couple of shootouts, and definitely. I'm not sure. The only thing about the show is I want to say is the cast. I don't know if they're going to be as strong as Sons of Anarchy cast because
you had Ron Perlman, you had. God, who's the guy who plays Jax? Charlie Hunnam. Even the guy that played what's this
What's her name in that show too?
Gemma, who was played by Katie Seagal.
Katie Seagal, yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot
of. Who's the guy that played? I forget the actor's name, but he his buddy Opie was a great character.
Yeah, a lot of the actors in Sons of Anarchy, the main cast, you've seen him in other movies.
Yeah.
I can't say a lot of these guys I see in the Mayans. I can't see. I haven't seen them in any other movie. They don't recognize me, so they kind of seem like new actors, except for the kid Easy. I think he was the main guy. He was in Revolution or whatever. I think TV.
Okay.
I think it's J.D. Pardo. I want to say is the actor's name, but
I'll have to check it out.
But yeah, he has been in other shows, whereas all the other guys I don't really recognize. So I'm not sure how they're gonna hold up for the show. Because one thing that Sons of Anarchy was really good at is all the other the co-stars in the show. They're all good. They're all good actors, good character actors, and of course Clay, played by Ron Perlman's great actor. So
and so is Seagal.
Katie Seagal.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how they're gonna carry the show, but I'll definitely. Yeah, but I definitely like where the show's going. I thought it definitely shows a lot of promise. And the whole relationship between them and the cartel definitely shows it can escalate. You know, a lot of that stuff can escalate throughout the season. So
better.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it definitely shows it. It shows a lot of couple brutal scenes and a lot of cuss words too. So.
All right, well let's go ahead and move on to the next one. That's the Innocence.
Ooh. This is probably the most boring one we will talk about tonight.
Well, let's make it short.
Yeah,
okay, we'll just make it short. All right, so. Couple teenagers who are just fed up with their lives at home decide they want to run away together. Guy and a girl. Okay. Just we love each other. You know what? Let's be together. Let's run away. They're probably 16, 17 years old, whatever. They just pack up and go. Now, on the outside of this, break this down. The Innocence. Sorry, Netflix show, 8 or 10 episodes. I forgot. British show. Only person in it that I can recognize is Guy Pearce.
Good actor.
If you recognize him from Iron Man 3 or...
That kind of gets me excited, though. I like Guy Pearce.
Yeah, he is a good actor.
But it's not that really of a good show.
Okay.
Okay. Two lovebirds or whatever just get together, okay, let's run away. So get in the car and run away. And there's something strange about the girl, and you don't know what it exactly is until... a random person who was looking for her finds her and is like, "Oh, you need to come with me now. I know where your mom is." And her mom's been missing or dead for however long. It's like, "Oh, I'll come with you." Blah blah. And like, "No, I don't want to come with you." And then she decides to back away from him. And then they get into altercation and whatnot. And then the kids end up running away. And then the girl's like, "I was really intrigued by him for some reason. Let me go back and find him in the middle of the night." Goes back and finds him in the middle of the night, and then finds him, and then all of a sudden shapeshifts into him.
What?
Yeah. Just leave that right there.
It's just weird, right?
Yeah, it's really weird, and they don't really explain much. I watched 3 or 4 episodes. I'm like, I don't understand what the hell is going on.
Oh, we don't talk about weird. We got weird later on.
Oh yeah, we got weirded. We got weirded. Not understanding what's going on in a little bit.
But I think that's good weird. This seems bad weird.
This is bad.
Okay.
This is like... What was that show I watched earlier, a couple months ago? Ant, do you remember?
The cartoon one?
The
VR one?
The VR
oh, man, what was that called? I can't remember. It was a Netflix exclusive, though, and it had VR in it.
Yeah.
And,
I love you. I can't remember, but it was kind of like that. It was just, really just dry and just nothing to really keep me going and keep watching. Okay, you shapeshift, and, at one point, the girl... shapeshifts into the guy who's trying to find her, and then goes back to her boyfriend, and the boyfriend's like, "Oh, who are you?" kind of a thing, and the guy the girl grabbed him, and put him against the wall towards the mirror to look at the mirror. He's like, "Look, it's me!" And in the mirror it shows her, but in real life it shows him.
Oh, so her reflection is herself.
Yeah.
So she's a shapeshifter.
Yeah, shapeshifter. Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
So is this? I'm pretty sure it's skippable, right?
Yo, definitely skippable.
Don't watch it, guys.
Don't watch it. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it might get better. I mean, they might.
It might get worse. It might get worse.
They might explain more as further episodes go along why.
Okay, if I get 2 yeses, I should go on with this show and finish it. Then I will finish it.
Okay, so we'll be waiting to see if you guys say Chris should finish the show or not.
It only takes 2.
Only takes 2.
It only takes 2.
So Olivia said she is looking forward to Chilling Adventure of Sabrina, which is a remake of Sabrina and the Teenage Witch. Yes,
What?
More mature though, a lot more mature.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like, how?
Not like mature rated, not mature rated R, like PG-13.
Oh, okay.
Like-
That's good enough. That's fine.
Well, dude, I mean the original Sabrina Teenage Witch
I
was
know,
like,
right. It's been
what is like
cheesy
G.
Talking
Yeah.
about the black cat that was talking and all that weird. Yeah.
And then the other one was Charmed, another remake, which kind of was playing into what Pete was going to talk about.
I'm just saying, though. They're bringing all this stuff back.
Murphy Brown,
Murphy
Hawaii
Brown.
5-0. I
It's
mean,
like, come on,
Lethal
guys.
Weapon. I
Do
mean,
they
come
have
on.
any ideas anymore? Any new ideas?
Hollywood has run out of ideas.
I'm just saying, though, like, as a viewer, you want new ideas. You want something fresh. And the worst part about it is all these, like, good shows, sometimes they cancel. Don't even give it a chance. They actually have potential. They cancel it and then bring back all old crap.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
No, there's no
You gotta
chance.
understand, guys. New stuff's hard because you're introducing new stuff to people.
It's like the video game industry.
Yeah, exactly. When you bring out old classic stuff, people know they already like that. There's already something that resonates with them on those shows they used to watch.
But-
So they're more willing to partake and watch those shows again. Where if you bring out something new, it's harder to get that
But here's the thing.
audience.
It's still good.
Well, here's one thing, though. Here's one thing. You do say that, but like I was talking with Pete the other night, who the hell's the market for Murphy Brown?
Oh, I couldn't tell you. Are they still
I'm
alive?
like, that's what I said. I'm like, is the market for Murphy Brown still even alive? Did anybody
Guys,
watch
Candace
that?
Burgess was already old then. Now she's really old now. And how about her audience? They're really, really old.
I mean, they can bring back the Golden Girls
I
next.
mean,
Oh, ooh, that'd be scary.
is there anybody still alive?
Betty White.
Betty White.
And yeah,
No,
Betty
that's it.
White.
She's
I
the
think
only
that's
one.
Betty
She's the
White.
vampire.
She's the
She
only
is
one.
a vampire. Cool vampire.
You heard it here first. We should go back to the breaking news. Betty White.
Betty White is
vampire.
a vampire.
All right. So again, we have one more show left. We're going to talk about. If you're excited about any new shows this fall, let us know in the comments. And Rhino, tell us about the new Netflix show.
All right, The Maniac. This one is a Netflix exclusive. It drops on September 21st, starring Jonah Hill and Emma Stone. It's directed by Casey Fuganaki. I believe that's his name.
I know the thing.
Yes.
Yes. He
Good
also
job.
produced and directed True Crime? Was it True Crime?
True Detective.
True Detective. Thank you. Thank you. True
Excellent
Detective.
show. Have you seen True Detective, Ryan?
No, I have not seen True
Watch
Detective.
Wow.
season 1. Amazing. Matthew McConaughey's
Seriously.
best role ever. I will
agree.
say it right there.
Hands down.
Russ Cole.
Russ Cole.
Well, never seen True Detective.
All right, all right, all right.
But the
Alright,
premise
alright,
of this
alright.
story is basically there are these two people that they have problems. Like she's estranged from her mom and her sister, and she's looking to get better. He's like a schizophrenic, so they have like these trials for medicine and stuff that's supposed to help them, I guess, relieve their problems. But it looks like it's a mind trip because if you watch the trailer, they're going through like a fantasy world, a sci-fi thing. They got all this different stuff going on. And it looks like it could be really cool, especially with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone. I like both those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, not really much I know more about it than just that, but from the trailer, it looks really good.
It looks
You guys
definitely
know-
trippy.
Yeah,
really
very
trippy
trippy,
stuff. But yeah, you're right. It has a lot of. It seems very. I mean,
I would just say.
well, it's very broad, the subject matter they're kind of going with, like the whole virtual reality things, and it definitely has.
Well, it's a mind trip. Yeah, I think the medicine puts them on that mind trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not really a virtual reality. It's more like they're in their own, like the Matrix, kind of. They're sitting there, and I think they're just like probably drooling, but in their mind, they're like.
Imagine, like, I know I don't want them to make this, but imagine if they had a good Matrix show. How good that would
Oh,
be.
that could be awesome.
Like, yeah, but they would have to, like, reboot the Matrix.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Well, maybe
You know-
pun intended.
Man, the funny thing about it is you could do definitely a good prequel or good whatever for the Matrix because it's all different programs.
I would start over again.
I would start over again.
Yeah, I would, like, pretend like the movies didn't exist,
The
but
first
make
movie
it in
was
the
so
world.
good, though.
No, I understand that, but then you have continuity.
Right,
And,
yeah,
and
you're right.
if you just restart it,
Well, just restart it with the show.
yeah,
Just
that's what
restart
I'm
as the
saying.
show,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, just like completely restart it. Don't have a Neo.
Well-
you could have them look for a Neo in
Right,
the show.
I'm
I'm
gonna
okay
say-
with that.
So
The
pretty much
movies
would be
could take
into the
place
Matrix
after.
to be a TV show then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in the movie, The Matrix takes place after the show. Like
Yeah, but
that's
like,
where
No, I'm saying like have like a you know how it was for the games Into the Matrix.
we don't talk about Into the Matrix.
Oh
so-
well, guess what? We're talking about it because that's what happened in between the second one and third one.
Yeah, Revolution
So
and Reload
garbage.
It, or Reload It and Revolution.
Reloaded
I'm
and
sorry.
Revolutions.
all the Matrix was garbage except for the first one. In my opinion. That's
You
just
know
my
what's
opinion.
funny?
It's on
that-
Blu-ray soon. 4K Blu-ray.
Really?
Yeah. In October.
You know what was wrong with the Matrix? You know where it went wrong is when it turned Neo into the one. If they have just kind of like
It's the same problem with Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like
He just
when
became
you
too strong.
Yeah, when you have people want to see a face in peril.
Yeah.
They want to see the good guy in peril.
Right.
When the good guy's too strong, what kind of movie, what kind of story can you tell?
Well, that's like Spider-Man. Spider-Man always gets his ass kicked by the bad guy. Always does.
Yep.
But he'll find a way to overcome whatever challenge.
Even
he's
Batman.
presented.
Same with Batman. He gets his ass kicked all the time.
He does, but sometimes he's doing a lot of ass kicking.
Yeah, but I mean, of course he's gonna like. But the thing is about Batman, though, when he's going against like some crazy villain, of course he's gonna get the better of them because he's smarter than them.
Right.
But if he's going to, here's the only thing about Batman when
It
he's
depends on the villain. I
when
think.
he's in the Justice League. I mean, he really has like he's kind of like
He's the weakest guy.
He
He's
really
like,
is.
he's like mediocre in the Justice League. I mean,
That's
but
because he's
somehow-
a human.
yeah,
But
exactly.
in the same way, he still holds his own. So, even though that's
He watches from the shadows.
it's still unbelievable him holding his own. But
So Jared said that season 1 of True Detective is the best show ever, and he's rewatched it 4 times.
Dear God.
dude, it's a great show.
It is a great show,
Dude.
Have you seen it, Chris?
No.
Dude, homework assignment.
Seriously.
Looks like we got some
Dude,
work to do, Chris.
so good.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Dude, the chemistry between Woody Harrelson and Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey
McConaughey.
is so good.
Yes.
I believe it.
It's so good.
But speaking of, let's explore that whole TV section. What should be canceled, what should not be canceled. kind of
Okay.
thing. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard of Lethal Weapon show. I don't know if you think you've seen it at
You know,
all.
I actually
seen
heard
movies.
it was actually not bad. It's pretty
actually,
good.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
They gave heart to the show, which is I wasn't expecting. It was a lot of action in it, and it seemed pretty much episodic, and it was like, okay, seemed to be pretty good. Up until the last season, when things started to fall apart, and at the end, they killed Riggs off.
Which is so stupid. Cancel
But-
then.
but-
Show's done.
That is a reason for that.
Well, I'm sure he was an asshole on set. I've
Okay,
heard.
the one side, you have Damon saying the fact that, like, this guy is impossible to work with. This guy is, like, called me a bitch at one point. He directed a show. He directed an episode at one point, and Damon got hit with shrapnel.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, and then freaking the next day, and the guy was like cussing him out, saying like, "You're nothing but a pussy." And the only reason you're here,
He did.
only reason you're here is because the fact your brother got you famous and all this other bullshit.
Damn.
And
It's
they,
cut from your cloth, Ryan.
Apparently. I like him already.
Oh my
and
god.
whatnot, saying that he was like yelling at kids at one point on set and whatnot, and to a point where Fox just ended up firing him, and they replaced him with Sean William Scott.
As Riggs?
No,
Oh.
Riggs the character is dead.
Died.
I don't
So he has a
care.
new
Yeah, but
partner.
like Sean William Scott's an upgrade, right?
It is.
Is he?
It is.
Is he though? Because he's more comedic than anything, I think.
So
I don't know.
it's Stifler,
But
man.
who's the lethal
Right,
weapon
still.
though? That's the question though. Because Riggs was the lethal weapon.
Well,
So
right.
there's no more.
Well, then Sean William Scott will take that role.
Yeah, but the whole point of Riggs is he's supposed to be like unbalanced. So
Yeah, I'm a psycho,
is he another Riggs then? Are you telling me he's going to be the same way? I mean,
Probably, but like in the show Riggs, like his pregnant wife got pretty much like killed and whatnot, and he was dealing with the stress of that and the fact that the last season was the villain was his father, and it had gotten to a point where he sacrificed himself to save Murtaugh's family.
okay.
So it gave a reason why. I don't understand it completely, and they gave it a good ending. But to replace him with Sean William Scott, don't understand it. And
It's a
still,
weird replacement.
Yeah,
to still keep it going is also
Well,
weird.
I
Yeah, but what else is he doing?
that's true.
Goon 2
Well,
or
I mean,
Goon
let's
3.
let's
It's kind of the same problem. It's honestly the same problem they had with 2.5 Men when they placed
Charlie Sheen.
yeah, with what's his name, Ashton Kutcher, which I honestly thought was stupid because they pretty much wrote the whole show based on Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
cancel the show. It's done.
Well, it still lasted for a couple seasons though.
Guys, it's like the Connors. I'm sorry. You're bringing back Roseanne without Roseanne. Just cancel the show. It's
Yeah,
not
but
going to work.
isn't John Goodman the best part of that show? Anyways?
I kind of agree with that. John
It's not
Goodman
going
is
to work. It's not going to
John
work.
Goodman is the
It
best part
might
of the show.
work.
It's not
John
gonna work.
Goodman's the best part of that show.
I'll be
not
quite
gonna
honest.
work.
I watch John Goodman over Roseanne.
Yeah,
I don't like
any day
Roseanne
of the
Barr.
week.
I don't like Roseanne
I
Barr.
know. I'm not a big fan of Roseanne
Never
either,
found it.
But
it
she
was
did have a
her
great
show.
rendition of the national anthem.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
fantastic. So good.
Terrible. It's not gonna work.
So, before we move on to talking about Castle Rock, Toby mentioned that they're looking forward to seeing American Horror Story, the new season.
Oh, that's
Which one's this one about? Do you know?
Apocalypse.
No, the Cult.
It's Apocalypse.
Oh, was
It's,
last season the Cult?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
But
My
they're
bad.
taking the Murder House, the first season.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like Coven. They're putting them together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds interesting, actually.
Yeah.
So
I
we-
actually posted a trailer just a couple hours ago. Go see
I'll have
it.
to
Go
check
watch
it.
it.
Yeah.
Check it
So
out,
Toby
Facebook.
also
Not
said
yet,
that they
yet.
only liked the first Matrix as well. Olivia is excited for the This Is Us, the new season, Riverdale, and wants to know why they're postponing Stranger Things 3.
Probably because they're still writing it, I'm guessing. They're still kind of like getting...
Creative
I'll be
director.
honest, though, I'm kind of glad they're doing it because I think the next season definitely needs to kind of...
Needs to have Will in it, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. like actually being a character or doing something. You know what I mean? Like a kid. I mean,
I mean, it could be like a running joke, though. Like, at this point,
it
yeah.
could be.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, he could just be like, oh, passed out for like 8 episodes again. Oh, it's like, is Will ever going to actually be in the show?
you know what? It's funny, too, because I actually want to see Will, his interaction with his friends. Like, I want to see that whole...
Watch, he's going to be an OP badass. Like, he's going to be 15.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like one of the things you haven't even seen him kind of like interact with his friends at all. Only like the first episode and the last episode. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you want to see that. I want to see what happens, with that. But yeah, I honestly think I'm actually okay with them postponing it because I want it to be really good. For them, I don't want them to rush it.
But
Because
it's in Halloween time. This is what they do.
I agree. I totally agree. It should be now, but I think that there's like the problem is the last season still feel like the first season, and I feel like this season kind of needs to go a different direction.
How?
Because it can't keep up
how
going.
much of a different direction do you want it to go?
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be horror.
I think they should be in the Upside Down almost the whole season.
I'm okay with that.
I thought that's where they were going.
That'd be cool. I think we're gonna see more than just the two people with powers as well. Because
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's what,
there's more. There's
yeah, and I
how many
think that's
there,
I think
There's
that's
at
that's why they
least
did
11.
Nine.
episode-
There are at least 9 more.
Well, yeah, at least 9 more exactly.
Yeah, because I think that's where they were going with that episode was to say, hey, there's like a lot more people
See,
out in the
everybody
world.
hated that episode. I thought it was a badass episode because it introduced a whole new dynamic to the show.
Well,
It's misplaced.
right. It was
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree with
Like,
that.
can you imagine though if they actually have other people like the X-Men, like they have X-Men powers, and they can, and maybe even bad people, like
Yeah.
like evil, like
Well, the
There was a
girl
lot of
kind
heroes
of
then at that
the,
point.
She
the
wasn't
girl
really a
kind of
good
was
person.
evil.
she not really. She
was
was
a
kind of
criminal.
more of a rebel, like
Yeah.
taking kind of a vigilante, more like.
Well,
a,
it kind of shows you though. Just it's like
Well, hold on.
it's
When they
nature
went
versus
in
nurture, man. It's like where you are and like how you're raised is how you're going to use your power.
Yeah.
Right, but when they went in that dude's house, she was going to kill him.
oh yeah,
She was going to kill
but
him.
he
So
was
that's
an,
kind of.
abusive guy though.
He was absolutely he was. But do you kill him for that, or do you like? I mean,
I'm just saying though, they need to introduce a villain with the same powers as 11 to kind of almost counteract with 11.
But the villains are the upside down creatures.
Yeah.
No, but that's the thing though.
Programs and
To
yeah,
be honest,
all the monsters and stuff.
but that's what I'm saying. They're not really the villains. They're just creatures. The villains should be like people.
So no, they need like an overlord villain, like creature. You're saying?
Well,
right?
actually, Overlord would be the perfect name for it, considering it's like D&D stuff.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
would
true.
be. Yeah, they need like.
Hey, call him up. Creative, creative right
I'm
here.
just saying, though, I like.
I'll take my royalties.
Shauna said, Chris, you're going to enjoy the show more after you go to Halloween Horror Nights.
oh,
Ooh.
I'm thinking that's American Horror Story she was probably talking about,
Or the Purge.
or Stranger Things.
Oh,
Stranger
yeah,
Things.
one of them.
Oh, okay.
Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger Things, true. But you don't like Stranger Things?
No, I do like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Stranger Things. It's just the fact that like when it hit the what episode was that? 9?
7.
7. It's always
Well,
7. It's
7?
always 7.
7.
It's always 7.
You also got to remember, we get the nostalgia of it, whereas Chris doesn't get the nostalgia
I don't
of
get
it
the nostalgia
as
of
much.
it, but like I remember watching
That's
it
true.
and I was like,
That's true.
No, it is true, because like, these guys are almost 10 years older than you, so in being in the 80s...
"Dear God, how old are you, motherfuckers?"
Oh!
How old are you, Chris?
I'm 30, motherfucker. How old are you?
I'll be 39 this year.
But anyways, and like I was saying, we were more kids in the 80s,
Yeah.
whereas you were just in the tail end of the
Yeah.
80s. So we actually like lived through the 80s. So I think we get hit with the nostalgia of Stranger Things a whole lot more than you do.
Yeah, which is true. You guys do.
Yeah.
I just, for me, the pacing issue was the key. Like how you can go from bam, bam, bam. Oh my God, this shit is really happening. This is what's happening. This is what's going down. And all of a sudden, like episode and all that momentum just dropped. I'm like,
well, I mean, it didn't
okay.
drop per se. I thought just branched out. You talked about it, just branched out to more story. You know, now they're gonna be able to add new characters, and they have an explanation why they're adding.
Okay,
I got a question though. Wouldn't it be cool if like the person who has powers, like what?
No, it's not right.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if like the person who has like the evil person who has powers, you know, it's named Seven? I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Number 7.
Number 7.
Yeah.
What if they were just lucky?
Just saying.
Lucky number 7.
No, I'm
just saying. Come
He's
full
talking about-
circle. You know what I'm saying? Episode 7.
Oh.
Always.
Oh,
So they have.
Lord.
Come on,
Jesus.
really?
Oh, that's a stretch.
It's not a stretch.
Stretch
No, that is
Armstrong?
a street.
Okay,
Yeah,
so guys, don't leave us, but we have some spoilers gonna happen.
yeah, big spoilers.
Okay,
here.
now hold
If
up,
you haven't
man.
seen Castle Rock yet, you might want to hold off for next like 10 minutes.
I'll be
Just saying.
honest. I recommend watching Castle Rock.
Absolutely.
You
straight
should definitely
forward.
This
watch
show
it.
is awesome.
Yeah.
So right at the beginning of the show, I gotta talk to you guys about something.
Okay,
Seriously.
Okay, this is
the
gonna get good.
The beginning of the show really pushes the bounds of what I can condemn being moral for me to watch.
Like, what do you mean?
Of this episode.
This is gonna get good at right.
Yeah.
Watch this.
No. Seriously, the morality of this episode, dude. When that woman walked in there with the clothes hanger and they showed her
darn.
killing the fucking baby, I almost thought like, I don't know if I can continue watching this show, dude. I'm sorry,
Here it
dude.
This
Here
is
it
the
goes.
same guy that couldn't watch John Wick after they shot a dog.
Oh, a beagle puppy, thank you.
I
A
don't
beagle
give a
puppy.
shit
That
what it
movie's
is,
so
dude.
good.
Like, how do you stop watching something? That gives you more reason to watch it. Now he's
Exactly.
gonna kick their ass for killing his dog.
I couldn't take it. Too much heartbreak. But anyways, okay. So here's more my problem with it. First of all, you could convey what happened in the room without actually showing as much as they did.
Man, not all of us are super sensitive like you. We can see
Hold
that
on,
and take it. And
hold
be like,
on,
okay, that's
hold on.
bullshit.
But the prior episode, you got 2 people getting killed, and of course they don't show that. They don't show any of it. You just see the aftermath.
You see their dead bodies all
That's-
stabbed.
But they did not show
but
the
you-
baby. They showed her in the act and they showed what she's doing, but they didn't show the baby get dying. They did not. They cut away from it and she walks out.
You still seen enough.
yeah, but
All they had to do was show her walking in with the hanger. They could have
no, because then they want to know what she did.
Dude, the baby's crying. You can leave the film shot on the door. Baby stops crying. She walks back out.
Yeah,
that
but
would have
still,
been
like,
enough.
not all of
that
us-
was enough.
Yeah, by the hanger. It's like the whole thing. Nobody knows like she's gonna choke with
Right.
the
If
hanger.
the
Is she
baby
gonna, like,
stops
try
crying, you get the point.
Yeah, but you don't know what
I-
she did with the hanger.
I
And the
think
baby
they-
came back to life.
I think
Exactly.
they added for shock value.
It is
Yes,
shock
it's for
value.
shock value.
Because
Absolutely.
as soon as they happened, for me, I was like, "Holy shit!"
Right?
Dude, that's what I was
Yeah,
like.
me too.
And I was just like, dude, like, I don't know, man. I was just like, ugh, what am I watching?
You're watching a Stephen King show, man. What do you think?
What
you're
other
watching?
Stephen King movie do I see that in?
Oh, dude, what do you mean? Murder and death and stuff like that? I mean, are you serious
Of a
right
baby
now?
that can't do nothing?
Oh,
Pet
Jesus.
Cemetery.
Yeah,
There was a baby in Pet Cemetery?
he was a baby.
He was a
No,
baby.
it was a kid that was walking
He
and ran
was
in front
like
of a truck.
freaking what?
It's
2?
5 years old. That kid.
He wasn't
Well, his damn
5.
parents could have
I
been
don't think
watching
he
him.
was 5,
It's
was
not
he?
And
his
he got
parents
kicked
that
by a
killed him.
truck. A truck,
Yeah,
Ant.
a truck kicked
That's pretty
his ass.
violent.
I mean, come on.
I get it. But actually, they didn't show it. All they showed was the truck coming and the ball
and
bouncing
they
back.
didn't all they showed was her the hanger on the baby.
But
and
they
cut
still
away.
showed enough of it.
Okay, here's a question though,
Again.
and a question for you guys right now. Has there ever been a scene from a movie or TV show that's really so disturbing you're like, okay, I can't watch this anymore?
That was close for me.
Not for me. Never. I don't care.
I put that up with The Exorcist.
Call me insensitive. I
Oh
can
well,
watch it
yeah,
and not
the
care.
crucifixion scene and the whole like,
Which
yeah,
was ridiculous.
yeah, that was
Jeez.
pretty, and that was in the early '70s, and that was pretty disturbing.
Yeah.
I mean, The Exorcist is pretty disturbing as a
I
whole
hate that
movie.
I hate that movie.
You hate that movie?
I don't like it. It's the one. It's the only movie that actually scared me.
See, I'm not scared of it, but I don't know. Like watching that scene, dude, just gave me a bad feeling. Like I didn't like the feeling.
Like once you take a
Well,
shower.
if you did like the feeling, then there might be something wrong with you, man.
Exactly.
I mean, see, no one
Exactly.
likes it.
I don't know.
It's there for
I
that
don't-
purpose. to
I
make
didn't
you
like it. I
feel
was
uneasy.
like literally.
I don't want to feel that way when I'm watching something, though,
Well,
dude.
then
It
you probably
sucks.
shouldn't watch horror films and horror movies.
I normally don't.
Oh well, there you go. Then.
It's true. Most horror movies.
See,
I heard
I've
some
been
some new ones that actually are pretty disturbing from what I hear. I haven't watched.
Like The Conjuring.
Well, I heard
or whatever.
Hereditary is pretty disturbing.
I
Or actually Mother too. I heard Mother from.
Mother's disturbing.
Yeah, I heard it's really
I
disturbing.
won't watch that then.
Just saying though.
Yeah,
I'm just
that and
sensitized.
Hostel. And then
Yeah, there's a
Human
lot of-
Centipede
I like
and-
not being
Human
desensitized.
Centipede is just gross.
Yeah, I would not watch that.
That's just beyond.
Well, so
like-
is Hostel.
I don't know if I've ever seen Hostel.
I've seen Hostel.
Yeah,
The first one?
See,
Either of them.
I don't mind Hostel as much.
Really? The dog is going to feed on your nuts and you have no problem
Oh,
with
I
that?
have. I do.
Yeah,
remember that. I do
but
remember
it's
that.
adults that are doing stupid stuff, and they got led to that. Like it's honestly like it's kind of on them. Like it's not a helpless baby in a crib.
This is true.
Yeah. Like
Well, the guy was a scumbag anyway.
Apparently,
Actually,
apparently they pulled off what they were going for.
yeah, they got you, man.
Yeah, they got you real
Yeah,
good.
yeah, they
Got
did.
him.
Yeah,
That's what I should have came up with.
Got him.
But continuing on with this episode.
Anyway, like I said, let's skip this scene.
Go ahead,
and we'll
Chris.
talk about this episode.
I would just say, I'm not even going to talk about the episode because I hated this episode.
Really?
This was like episode 7 for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from in that.
Not episode 7 or was it?
No, it's
Yeah,
7.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's always,
seven.
it's always
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. This was like so much happened in the last episode. I was like, oh crap, what's going to happen? What's going to tie up? Are we going to tie up things up now? And then it goes like, nope, we're going to go off to another world here and figure out some other shit that's going
Yeah,
on.
they made it even more loose ends.
Well,
they didn't tie up
I honestly
anything.
I think they did tie up some stuff because now you know who the kid is. It's Henry
Do
Deaver.
you? Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Because we
From a
don't know if
different-
that's
from a
real or
different
not.
world.
Because
Yeah,
at
from-
the end of the show, he's like, "Do you believe me?" Remember, it's like he might be making all that shit
Yeah.
up for all we know. She was a young girl talking to Henry Deaver, the young kid. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden everything's twisted, and this guy's Henry Deaver
No, it
that
makes-
had the lights and stuff like that.
But
It's-
it makes
it's
it, make,
completely
it makes
twisted.
sense though. The only thing that does not make sense is
It makes sense.
No, it makes sense why he he is the way he is because he was Henry Deaver from another world and he was kept in a cage for 27 years and then released and now the way he acts.
So do you think he's a time traveler? Or,
But
or
here's the
or
question though. The only thing that
Voidwalker, or-
Okay. So what happened was there's definitely two timelines.
yes, or two
So
different
parallel
worlds.
dimensions.
Parallel dimensions,
So
yes.
so there's Henry Deaver that lives to an adult, becomes a doctor. Then that Henry Deaver finds the other Henry Deaver in the cage in his dad's house after his dad blows his head off.
Shoots
Yes.
himself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then that's one timeline. Then timeline 2 is there's Henry Deaver that the original Henry Deaver that we knew goes missing,
Right.
but he was raised by
The preacher and his
the
wife.
preacher and his wife. So he comes back as that, and then they lock up the new Henry Deaver, the kid, in the cage for 27 years as the Henry Deaver we knew grew up.
The only reason the only thing is like the kid never aged. The guy never aged.
Yeah,
The
no.
Henry Deaver, white Henry Deaver,
Yeah.
never aged.
And
you know what I mean?
And the other thing too is it
So
doesn't
why did he never age?
it doesn't
That's
explain
a good
his
question.
it doesn't explain his powers too because he
Right.
has powers.
Well, hold on. Does he? Because here's the thing. Both Henry Deavers, evil follows him. Both of them. If you're the lawyer guy, evil follows that guy. Everywhere he goes, something bad's happening. Or you got the other guy. Everywhere he goes, something bad happens.
That's a good question actually because you might be right.
And
because,
they both hear whatever.
well, yeah, you might
know?
be right because anytime he is anywhere, something bad happens to somebody.
Yeah.
Like he was with a prison. Remember in the first couple episodes, the white Henry Deaver went in that prison cell with like Nazi guy, and then he ended up dead. And
From cancer, right?
From cancer, and then he also goes to this house with a family, and they get in a fight, and they get this big fight. You don't see what happens, but you get this big fight, and they probably kill each other.
Well, remember, anybody touches him, like the cop gave him daps or whatever,
And then he
all of a sudden he goes
crazy,
crazy, shoots at the
yeah.
police station.
That's what I'm saying, though. So there is a lot of like tension. Maybe you're right. It is evil follows both of them. So, but my whole thing is, and this is where like I'm kind of really confused. The whole image they saw because they went into the woods, the young Henry Deaver with like the other Henry Deaver, and then like Molly, and they hear these noises, and then they see these images, and these images are like. I don't know where they're from. Like
Well, in the parallel dimension, she died in the woods because she got shot by the cop.
yeah, but the images they were seeing was so out there. You see all these crows in the sky, and then you see these two looks like suns. And
So
whatever.
did they go back in time?
That's what I'm saying, though.
I think he's a Voidwalker. I think he just walks
No,
between.
but hold on a second. Did timeline 1 happen? So maybe they're the same timeline. Hold on. Hear me out.
How could they?
Timeline no.
Well, hear him out.
No. Timeline 1 happens, right?
Okay.
Then timeline 2 happens.
Yeah.
But the white Henry Deaver is the one that's actually missing. And then the black one's the one that shows up but knows everything about him, but that's because the dad told him about him.
Yeah.
In the first timeline.
Okay.
But he doesn't know everything about him.
He had him locked up. And he was telling him the stories while he was locked up. Remember he said he spent many Christmases with him? That's timeline 1, where he's still a kid. So maybe he's the kid that doesn't age. And then he goes at the end of that part when he goes back into the past and comes out of the void, and he's on the ice when Alan Pangborn finds him.
Jesus Christ.
And then
if that's what they go with this show, then it is such a mindfuck.
Well, then that's what they're trying to do, man.
I mean,
oh my god!
Wow, I don't know how they're going to tie all that up in one more episode.
They're not.
Yeah, no
They're
kidding.
not. They're definitely not. But I mean, at least there's some like.
It makes sense though why that really ties into the whole Ruth thing, where she says we're on a time loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. See, that makes sense
This
too.
is such a mindfuck.
It is.
It
is.
really is. It really is.
Like, you see, though, it makes sense too that episode with him and Ruth. The fact that he was kind of like looking at her, like he's always kind of like very, like he was treating her like his mom because it is his mom. You remember, like, and she was just scared about him because she didn't recognize, doesn't know him and all that. So
I gotta rewatch it now, and I gotta see the
right?
scenes with the kid and Henry and stuff like that. I gotta
this
totally
is
rewatch
now
it.
it's starting to tie in.
But how does Henry not remember who he was?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Which Henry?
How does Black Henry not remember White Henry? From like, even though it was just a little limited bit of time that they've seen each other.
Well, he is recalling. Remember, because he said, "I rescued you from that cell." And
No, that was the other way around. White Henry remembered Black Henry.
Right, but I'm saying he.
No, but why? How come it's not the other way around?
I don't know.
It seemed to me like he doesn't remember a lot from that whole scene, though. Like,
That's right, because he said his mind was blank for that 9 days.
Yeah.
When he was gone, so never mind. That would make sense.
Right.
Yeah,
Why
remember?
he doesn't remember him, because that would have been during the 9-day stretch.
Yeah,
when he
because
met him.
he even said like what happened. What happened out there, and he doesn't
you're
remember.
not frostbit or
He
anything.
never.
And that makes sense now because he said he said he rescued him from that cage. So it does make sense to be a time loop.
Oh my god.
Right.
They did give a shout out to Sarasota, though.
Yeah, they
Let's
did.
say.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
Castle
they did.
Rock. Shout out to Sarasota.
That's right.
Sissy SpaceX living in Sarasota.
Yeah, she is.
She probably is.
You never know. She probably
Never
is.
know. Never know. So last week will be the last week we talk about Castle Rock, and then we'll be moving on to what TV show after that?
I don't know.
Figure it out.
You'll
You
figure
guys,
it out.
you guys tell us.
Yeah, you guys
you guys
tell
tell
us.
us.
There you go. I'm sorry, I lost you guys in the comments. You guys started talking about clowns and Halloween Horror Nights, and you guys got slightly off topic. So we're gonna go over some football picks.
Yeah.
Are you ready for some football?
It's about
Monday
time.
night party.
So tomorrow, the football season starts.
Yes.
We are having opening game. The Atlanta Falcons at the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, yeah, hey, by the way, guys, let's talk about this challenge we're gonna have. So we're gonna do football picks every week, right?
Yes, we are.
Yep.
So all of us are gonna pick football, and whoever's a winner by the end of week 18, isn't it? Well, I think we were gonna
Week
do
17, but that's fine.
week 17. Sorry, my bad. So I think we should get maybe a championship belt or something.
Why don't we go all the way through the Super Bowl? Why stop there?
Well, because you'll know by the end of the season at that point. You can
We
make
might.
picks, but
We might. What if two
You know
people
what?
tie? Let's go all the way through the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Okay. All right.
all right.
All right, Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
So whoever wins this whole thing, well, I think we'll get a championship belt for them, right?
Yes.
They can like pretty much do whatever they want with it, and the loser of this whole
Discount double check.
the loser will get to wear the winner's jersey.
I think you do something better than a jersey. I really do. I think we
For
do
the
something
loser?
better. Yeah, for the
Like
loser.
what?
I don't know. I've been doing some thing. We'll discuss another time.
We'll discuss it. Maybe you
I
have
think
guys.
Does it
something
involve
better.
syrup and Ryan Reynolds?
No. At all.
Just saying though, but I think we should definitely. If you guys have any ideas, let us know. But
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Atlanta,
good.
Philly. What you guys got?
Oh, what did I say? Philly? Philly.
Yep.
Philly.
Philly,
I'm going the ATL on that one.
your
That's
thing
more my heart.
That's your thing.
That's my heart.
That's definitely
Screw
hard.
Philadelphia. Screw the Eagles.
Damn, tell us what you
Go
think.
Matty Ice.
Tell what you think.
All
Aaron.
right, second game. So that's Thursday night's opening kickoff game. On Sunday, we got Pittsburgh at Cleveland at the Dog Pound.
Pittsburgh.
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 Pitt.
Even without Le'Veon Bell, right?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Can you imagine? Just like real quick, I don't want to be like dragging on this, but for fantasy football owners, that's probably 99% of people's number one pick.
Probably.
Not playing this weekend, so. Rhino's shirt says "Game Over" and people getting married. And Chris's is the greatest Fight Club shirt of all time. Project Mayhem.
Yep.
Paper Street Soap Company. Next game, San Francisco in Minneapolis, playing the Vikings. I'm going to go with the Vikings and Kirk Cousins. You like that?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I even know you overpaid for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, they did.
Hey, the Jets were willing to overpay even more.
I know.
But he said, I ain't going to the Jets.
His loss, not mine. His loss.
So Cincinnati at Indianapolis. I'm going to go with Captain Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I'm going Andrew Luck as well. So Indy.
Captain Andrew Luck.
Fuck Andrew Luck.
Oh!
You're going with the firehead Andy Dalton?
Yeah, I'd rather go with him because Andrew Luck hasn't played in like how long?
I gotta be real though. I think this is the upset. I think Cincinnati's the better team, but I think
Fabian thinks the Browns are going to get the upset.
You know what? I
Browns,
actually think the Browns might pull it
The
off.
Browns have a good team. They have no coaching, and they have a lot to prove.
I think the Browns might pull it off.
I like Tyrod Taylor. Baker needs to be playing. You don't spend a number one pick on a quarterback to put him on the bench.
True.
I do like Tyrod Taylor, though, and I think he's a great quarterback. I just don't think that's the right situation.
Browns might surprise people, though.
I think he's basically keeping a seat warm. He needs to go somewhere where he could actually play.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's not good for him. So I don't know.
Buffalo versus Baltimore?
Buffalo versus Baltimore.
What about Baltimore?
Yeah, we all got Baltimore on that one.
Caw-caw.
Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Yep, going with the Ravens. Then we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at your New York Football Giants.
Hey, have they improved their offensive line, the Giants?
They have 4 new members of it, and they moved the shittiest one to the right side of the line.
Because Saxonville, I think, is going to win this one.
Ooh, he's going Saxonville.
Ooh.
Well, OBJ is going to be taking that money to the house, and
we'll
him and Saquon are going to be scoring touchdowns.
Yes,
left and right.
thank you for my fantasy draft.
I think, honestly, new coach, Saquon Barkley, they're gonna win.
All right, Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Sorry, Chris, I gotta go New Orleans on this.
Jesus Christ, I just see that.
And it's not because I think they're more talented or they're the better team. I think it's because the lack of Jameis Winston on the field really hurts the team.
I think they're playing in New Orleans. It's a division game. No matter how crappy the two teams are, they always play tough, and I'm going to go New Orleans because I think they're going to be the better team that day.
I know, for me.
All right. I'm going
And
to
what
Tampa Bay.
is that your heart, or do you actually think?
That's my heart.
That's my heart. Believe me, I think the Giants have a very uphill battle against Jacksonville. That's completely my heart. Next game is Houston at New England. Got to go Brady and Gronk.
At New England? I'm going to New England.
I hate the Patriots. I really hate the Patriots. But guess what? They're going to win, so sorry.
I'm going with the fact that Tom Brady is still butthurt going to what happened over Super Bowl with Bill Belichick. I'm going with the fact that Sean Watson's coming back now. I'm saying Houston.
Dude,
you know, man, I hope you're right, man. I really do.
I hope
Sean
right
Watson
too.
looked good in what we've seen last year, so he looked like he could be the real deal.
Yeah.
I'll laugh my ass off if they lose, so.
I'll love it.
I would love it too, but
Tennessee, Miami. This one is one of the only. We're split down the middle on a few of them. This is one of them. I'm going with Super Mario and the Tennessee Titans.
I gotta go Dolphins.
Yeah, turn it back around. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody want to see
I
that.
don't wanna see that
Dolphins,
garbage. I'm going to definitely with Tennessee, man.
I'm going with Miami.
That's right.
I got
Kansas City at the LA Chargers. I'm going with Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes.
I think Kansas City's the better team, but I think LA's gonna beat them.
I'm rolling with my homies.
I'm going with Kansas City.
I'm going with Chargers.
All right.
Chargers.
Then we have Seattle versus Denver.
It's impossible, Shauna, for all our teams to lose because we have games where we're split. So
Exactly.
Denver, Seattle. I'm going with Seattle.
Seattle.
Denver.
Seattle.
Denver. I'm the only guy picking.
Who's the quarterback?
Isn't it Josh Rosen playing?
Is he starting?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Since they got rid of that one quarterback you guys drafted last year or 2 years ago.
I'm just saying they picked him like what, number 1?
Did they clone Von Miller? Because if they didn't club Von Miller, they ain't winning anything this year.
What? Von Miller's not playing?
No, I'm just saying. Like if they had 11 Von Millers on defense, maybe they'd win the game.
Their defense is still really good, though. Their defense is really good. Their defense is really good. They're playing in Denver, and Seattle sucks. I don't think Seattle's going to be a good team this year. They lost so many players.
Oh, Dana, go Finns. What happened to the Bills?
That's right.
Oh,
Go Finns.
Terrible.
stick with your teams.
So I'm still staying with Denver. I think Denver was going to win that game.
I'm not trying to get you to change your
Just
mind.
saying.
You already said stone.
Yeah.
You already
Sorry,
said
Dallas,
there, sir.
Dallas at Carolina. This is one that we all picked Carolina.
Yeah.
Any reason why none of us picked Dallas?
I just think Carolina's going to beat them.
Dallas sucks.
It's at Carolina. I don't think Dallas sucks. I just think Carolina.
I think Dallas's offensive line's in shambles, and I think no offensive line means no offense.
No Ezekiel Elliott to run the ball.
He's okay. I thought you meant he was out.
No holes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, great running back, one dimensional.
Yeah.
He's a hit the hole kind of guy, and that's it. He has no scat in him.
Let's be honest with you. Most running backs are one-dimensional, unless you're like a Barry Sanders. You know what I mean?
Well,
most,
yeah,
that's
but
what I'm saying.
but-
Barry Sanders was
you
the man,
need,
though.
You need that hole, otherwise your running back will not get anywhere.
yeah, I agree.
99%.
All right. Next one.
The next one is Washington and Arizona.
Split on this one.
Washington.
I went with Washington.
I went with Arizona.
Arizona.
Dude, Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Washington.
I think Ashton
I think
Redskins
they'll
going to
do
be a
good.
good team. They're going to be a good team this year.
And then we got, Chicago versus Green Bay?
That's all Green Bay.
At Green Bay? Yeah. I'm going Green Bay.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers coming back. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Definitely Green Bay. And they got also whatchamacallit.
I went with Green Bay as well. And then, there's two more, actually.
Yeah.
There's New York Football Jets against the Detroit Lions.
You can even ask me that question, man. Jets all the way, baby.
Well, you have somebody that agrees
Sam
with you.
Darnold.
Yeah.
No, you actually someone agree with that.
Yeah.
I agreed.
Look at this guy.
Just to make you not feel
Detroit, look at this guy.
Sam Darnold, man. Sam Darnold.
Detroit. And I guess I'm the odd one out on the whole Rams versus.
You
Raiders.
realize
How do you think the Rams going to win?
Look, the Rams are a great team. They are. They're an awesome team.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think Oakland being at home, they have a new coach and stuff like that. And they're gonna,
new coach? Oh, John Gruden?
Yeah.
Did they overpay for?
well,
Yeah, they definitely overpaid
They
for
might
him.
have. We don't know yet.
Dude, they
If he
overpaid for him.
Oh, if he takes them to, just saying, if he takes them to a Super Bowl next 2 to 3 years, they didn't overpay
If
for him.
this motherfucker gets $100 million
If
for
they-
10 years,
if
are
they
you out of your
bring-
goddamn mind?
Listen,
They overpaid his ass.
If he takes them to a Super Bowl and wins, they didn't overpay for him. I'm not saying he's
Dude.
going to.
And
Not saying he's
Fabian
going
said
to.
Case Keenum is the quarterback of the Broncos. And I'm sorry to say, but Case Keenum and no Pat Shurmur is no good Case Keenum.
You don't know, man.
Are you kidding me? I seen Case Keenum pre Pat Shurmur, and he was garbage. Then
He might have got it better.
Stephon Diggs bailed him out of that playoff game. You say what you want.
He was not bad. He took him that far.
Oh yeah, he looked amazing against the Eagles, didn't he?
They're the Super Bowl champs.
We will find out come Sunday.
They're the Super Bowl champs. I'm sorry.
Who, Eagles? Yeah, they're Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Eagles are garbage.
Well,
Oh, okay. Going back to the Raiders.
and they're
Here.
the Super Bowl champs.
Going back to the Raiders here. You guys Oakland got rid of Khalil Mack.
Yeah, no kidding.
Did you see what they got for him? I mean, I would have got
Yeah.
rid of the guy for
Not
that
this
too.
year though.
No,
Not
no,
against the
this year.
Rams.
Exactly.
Not against the Rams, right? But let's be real.
Let's-
That's building that team right there.
Are
They
you-
are building the Raiders with getting rid of that one guy.
Let's
Yes,
talk about this.
I would get rid of almost any player for 2 number 1s. I'm
For
not
2
gonna lie
number
to you.
1s, 2 number 6s,
Yeah,
and
I
saving
agree.
all that salary cap.
Are you
bro?
butthurt because of the fact they got rid?
Dude, I'm not a fan of Oakland, so I'm not butthurt at all.
Okay, no, I'm
just saying.
talking about the Rams since they got Sue.
Oh, I don't care if they got Sue. I don't give a
Dude,
no.
Their
Rams are
defense
gonna be
is
good.
stacked.
No,
Yeah,
I
the
like
Rams are gonna be
the
so
Rams
good.
are
Aaron
gonna be
Donald,
good. The Rams are gonna be good.
Ndamukong Suh,
I'm just
Todd
not-
Gurley on offense.
I just have, I don't know. I just have a feeling Oakland's. I could be completely wrong, and apparently by this I probably will be. But I like Oakland. And I think they're going to do well.
Oakland's gonna get spanked.
They might.
I agree.
They might.
And I like Oakland.
I like Oakland too, but
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
get
get spanked.
Hey, dude, this is the NFL. Anything can happen.
All right, we'll see.
They're all professional players, so
We'll see, man.
yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so those are our picks. So we'll see who the winner
Yeah,
is.
I'll post this on the site later. If you guys want to throw in your picks, you could play against us. See how you guys do
Yeah,
against
seriously.
us. And you guys have anything else you want to add in tonight?
Well, we got the Direct tomorrow, so we'll definitely talk about that maybe next week.
Nintendo Direct tomorrow. We got.
I will post a video after the Direct of my thoughts of the Direct. You said
I will post a video too, as I'm sure.
Oh, you're gonna post a video as
Oh,
well?
look at this guy! Look at this guy!
Come on.
So, are you doing a different video tomorrow night?
I'll probably do another video tomorrow night. The news has been really slow in the gaming world this week. I'm just being honest. There hasn't been much of anything this
Okay.
week.
But
Are you streaming any games?
I might pick some on this stream. I tried streaming Shenmue, but if you guys watch it, it's there. It's kind of boring.
Yeah,
I'll just be
tune
honest
into
with you,
YouTube, guys.
100%.
Watch this guy. You know, he has a lot of YouTube stuff.
Maybe one night we'll all get on some Rocket League and stream
Yeah.
a little
Yeah,
Rocket
guys, we
League.
can do that. We can
Slightly
definitely do
off
that.
topic. YouTube. Follow us. Subscribe.
I will actually be playing Spider-Man this weekend on YouTube as well. And
Yeah.
as well, I will have 2 movie reviews coming out this week. Friday, I will be seeing Peppermint and The Nun. Both come out this week. The Nun review will be a little bit later Friday night or Saturday morning because I'm seeing it later. But then Peppermint should be a lot earlier than that. But
Okay.
Yeah. So got
Peppermint,
those
you
2
mean-
to look forward to.
Female Death Wish.
Yeah, Female Death Wish. Yeah.
Which I'm okay with.
Death Wish was not that good of a movie. I'm
So,
sorry.
I
Well,
will.
I'm just talking about the premise. The premise.
I will be watching
Female Punisher.
your.
I mean, you know.
I will be watching your Spider-Man game
Definitely.
stream.
Definitely.
So yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
All 20 hours of it.
All 20 hours of it.
Oh man!
All 20 hours of
man.
it.
I am excited for that.
I will not fall asleep in the chair like this man over here. Yeah!
But so yeah, definitely follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube.
Tell all your friends about us.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
real.
Share our page. Tell all your friends to like and follow the page. They can join us every Wednesday night with you guys. We can have awesome conversations. Join in on the spectacle.
Thank you guys for watching.
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
And if
Thank
you
you.
guys have any ideas or any topics you'd like to hear on future podcasts, definitely let us know. Message us on the page. You can DM us. You can hit us up on the post here. But until next week, I'm the Real Ant-Man.
I'm Rhino.
You tap.
King Black Cherry.
Peace, guys.
Have a
See
nice
ya.
night.